Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is Carmina, and today we are continuing our series of unraveling meanings, interpretations, secrets of each and every one of the cards in the plain old playing card deck. We can use these meanings for divinations, for manual casting, and we can also use them with our Cards of Truth software. So today is the turn of the Jack of Spades. But before we go into the Jack of Spades, let me remind you that the cards used in these videos are part of the deck that I designed with the help of a very gifted illustrator. And if you want to order it, you can check out the link below. I already sent a few batches to the people who pre-ordered. Thank you very much to everyone. And also, if you want to go deeper into it, deeper than these videos, these monologues, because I can't really interact with you guys except in the comments, you can also join one of the workshops or all of the workshops that I'm going to be holding for 10 weeks starting January 19. I have a calendar here, so to make sure. So the classes will be Saturdays. It will be in the morning for people in the US, and afternoon to evening for people in Europe. And more details, of course, you can find out in the link as usual. Okay, so let's just get into this Jack of Spades energy of today. The Jack of Spades is a member of the spade suit. And we know that the spade suit is the least fun. Traditionally, when you see spades, you see more difficulty because it's a black suit. It takes more effort to concretize, and also because it is a spade, it is more about the self and the work with the self, which is of course the most difficult work of all. So that's why it has this connotation of being a difficult suit and being, having to do with some sadness, with some difficulties. But it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to be, victimizing about it if you see a spade coming up in your spread. So the Jack of Spades, of course, corresponds to the energy of Uranus, of the first of the outer planets. The Jack has this connotation also of individuality, but a deeper individuality than the one at the ace, at the 2, and at the 3, because of course the Jack contains all these 3 pip cards, the energy of Ace of Spades, 2 of Spades, and 3 of Spades. So it's a more deeper manifestation of the self. It's the self in the context of a more collective background. The Jack of Spades has received historically in cartomancy and divination many unhappy titles. You see it's a Jack, so it's a younger person. It's the younger version of the core cards. It should be more light, more fun, or more beginning something. But because it's the Jack of Spades, it has this heavy connotation, this survivor connotation. So the Jack of Spades has often been called the orphan. And I've seen it showing up, in people's spreads who are orphans, and I've seen it show up when a parent dies, and when the person is not just the orphan, but it's also the soldier card, it's the spy, it's the thief, so the person who has to do whatever it takes to survive. So it also shows up when the person is under great pressure, it's under tremendous stress in their life. So yeah, not an easy card. Because we've been talking about the connotation, the connection of the spade suit to the fire element, and we've been talking about the energy of the King of Spades, as the volcano, and the Queen of Spades as, you know, a bushfire running wild in the forest. This Jack of Spades makes me think of gunpowder, just because the Jack of Spades has the energy of soldier, it has the energy of pressure situation, it has also an explosive energy under pressure. So it's connected to things that you would only normally do under pressure. You wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't normally enjoy to be in this stage of Jack of Spades. It's a necessary stage, of course, but it's not a very enjoyable one. It's a very tense one. It's a very volatile one, because the Three of Spades of conflict is there, the Ace of Spades of beginning something with the self is there. So it's a very stressing stage in the life. Of course, all jacks are also connected to the Brahma energy of creation. So it's the beginning steps in the creation of the self-individualization, a deeper way of individualizing and more subconscious way than it happened in the pip card stages. So if you see this jack in a spread, you will know what the connotation is. If you see this jack reversed or in the cards of true spread influenced by difficult planets like Pluto, you know, Saturn, Mars, like cruel planets, it can be like this energy of the jack is not unraveling properly. There can be delays to this energy, or it can be that the person is even too lazy to make the necessary effort to survive. Of course, the Jack of Spades can also be a thief, so you have to look out for that. And it can also be, because the spades are so connected to the self and the body, it can be a person that is physically strong, a younger person, and because it's a spade, it's going to be a dark-haired person. So yeah, you can also take that into consideration when you do your card spread. Now, if we're thinking about the underlying and overlying cards for the Jack of Spades, we see that the underlying card is the Seven of Clubs, and the overlying card is another club, the 10. So the spade is sandwiched between two clubs. This breaking through of the self is sandwiched between intellect, it's sandwiched between philosophy, ideas. So it comes from this energy of the Seven of Clubs, which is your ideas are breaking down. So you need, in a way, to reaffirm your individuality and do whatever it takes to survive, as the Jack of Spades does. And then you get the rewards, like you naturally aspire towards the rewards of the Spades Club, which is the 10 of Clubs, which is making magical things happen with your inspiration, with your creativity. So yeah, we can also see it through that lens. I'm also going to mention that there are only 2 days in the year where we have the Jack of Spades birthday, and that is January 3rd after sunrise at your place of birth, and then we also have February 1st, again after sunrise at your place of birth. If you are born before sunrise, then you get the birth card of the previous day. Okay, so now let's see the spread of the Jack of Spades. Okay, so we see here that the path of the Jack of Spades is the Five of Hearts. The Five of Hearts is, of course, an emotional crisis, but it's also improving on your emotion, on your devotion, on your emotional healing, which is, of course, something connected to the heart suit, on the relationship with your family, another heart suit thing. So that's the path of the Jack of Spades. We see that the Sun card is a fixed card. It's the Eight of Clubs, meaning the kingdom they are building is about intellectual self-validation. It's about being a role model intellectually, a teacher for other people. And then the Moon card, the Six of Diamonds, is what they experienced in their early life. So that's some material comfort right there, some comfort with their concrete skills. And then the Mars card, the Four of Spades, there's some difficulty there because we don't really like to see a 4, an even card on an odd placement, because it means there are obstructions to that 4 instead of helping. Luckily here we also see, in this example spread, we see that Mars is there, so it's helping this card out. So there will be obstructions to the stability of the person. Reaching a point of stability that will be like very, very difficult for them. They'll be mostly into the Jack of Spades mode. And I see, I see the spades in this suit are pretty difficult because we also see that Eight of Spades on the Venus card. So what they are looking for in a relationship is them being alone with themselves and taking the inner journey. Yeah, so this Jack of Spades person is also pretty much a loner. And we also see some hearts there that are pretty nice. We see the Ten of Hearts on the Mercury card. So they get a lot of support, their emotional support from the environment. We see the Ten of Diamonds on the Jupiter card. So material rewards. We know that tens are good in any placement. And Jupiter, in this particular case, the planet is also there. So Jupiterian things bring them material rewards, like teaching people to do things because, of course, Jupiter is the Brahmin planet. Or children bring them concrete material rewards. Or, if it's a woman, the husband can be a source of material rewards. Yes. And we also see another heart on the Saturn card, the Ace of Hearts. So they manage long-lasting pains and crises by finding a new love, finding something new, some new emotion to manifest in their life. I see they also have a Nine of Hearts there in the Pluto position. The divine love they are aspiring to can be a bit twisted. They can have a certain image about what divine love is when it's actually something else. So then their ego gets bashed. They also have a spade on the Neptune placement. And of course, the Three of Spades is integral part of the Jack of Spades. So that's going to be an important card. So the way they relate on a deeper level to the world has also something to do with them breaking away from themselves. Is something to do with them being a little argumentative, a bit warrior-like. And because, of course, they are a Jack, we also give particular importance to the Uranus card, which is the Three of Clubs, and also the Uranus placement. In this particular case, it's the Four of Spades. So yeah, a lot of warrior energy in this person, but it's a more on a subtle level because this Uranus can have straightforward effects, but you don't know which layer of your subconscious is coming from. And I think it's good they are blessed to have these two eights in their spread, these two very introspective cards, these two black eights that have a nodal connotation. They are connected to the North Node. So they have to develop this self-appreciation of their ideas at the Eight of Clubs and of themselves as a person, to take the outer journey to conferences, a lot of air travel and teaching people things, and also the inner journey of contemplating things deeply. The South Node card is the Queen of Diamonds, so their past life background had a lot to do with management of material things. And the North Node card for them is the Ace of Diamonds, so beginning something new and concrete. And yeah, we also have to pay always attention to where the North Node is placed. In this particular case, it's in the Six of Diamonds, so a lot of concrete and material emphasis for this person. But deep down, they are a Jack of Spades. They're always deep down at the core of their being, they're always, you know, on the lookout for something to happen. They're like, they have this attitude of, you know, this survival mode. They're always waiting for some catastrophe, for some battle to happen so that they can overcome it. Because of these nice eights there, they also have the potential to be a good role model for other people, a good example. Of course, it depends on so many things, how the person turns out. These are some general things we can say by looking at the cards, but we have to look deeply. We can also look into the higher Vargas, but that's something more advanced. Okay, so I think we covered this Jack pretty thoroughly. The next video will be about the Ten of Spades. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to check out the other videos on the cards. Make sure to check out the classes. And if you want a deck of cards, you can just order one, okay? See you soon. Bye.